Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Brytenwalda. Now, when we left off, we had just taken Darata, and now we will be attempting to eliminate the Darata from the game. As you can see, I have been pursuing a Darata vassal, and he, I believe, is the last one of his faction. So, we should hopefully be able to catch him. And there we go, very nice. I was hoping that he may actually want to go out into the ocean, because then we may be able to get a naval battle. That might be quite nice, but I believe when I tried a naval battle in the past, they were a little bit, I wouldn't say buggy, but I would say perhaps a little unfinished. Not too sure about that, because from what I could remember, the two forces wouldn't actually be able to fight each other. We would just be stuck on the boats, and it didn't actually seem to work out too well. So, not entirely sure what was going on with that, but maybe, seeing as I think that was a while ago, and now Brytenwalda has actually been updated to the final version, so maybe the naval combat has been improved a little bit. That might actually be something to check out. Maybe we can venture out onto the ocean and potentially prey upon someone. That might be quite cool. And let's see. Oh, okay, so there are the 42 enemies, and it seems as though my units are going to be taking an exceptionally long time to get over here. So I will cut away very shortly, and I will see you soon. Okay, so here we go. We are now charging in against the formidable foes. No, that doesn't actually sound too right, does it? Yes, they don't really have the largest amount of units, but I suppose that will be fine enough for us to be able to take them down and then vanquish the Darata once and for all. Now, I did actually read most of your comments, and one of them stated that I should go back to the special blacksmith, I believe, who gave me this other helm. I believe this is the helm that I got from him, and we should choose the other helm, which should give us the best helm in the game, at least according to that particular comment. So thank you very much for that. I will be checking that out off screen, and maybe if we actually stop by one of the towns that actually has a unique blacksmith, then we may indeed be able to do that on camera. But I have a few things that I actually want to do in this particular episode, and one of them, of course, being to take out the Darata. And I believe we have actually done that, so let's see what actually happens once we exit the prisoner's screen. That should be very nice indeed, and I don't actually know why I looted this, because it doesn't seem to be very worth it. One war trophy, not exactly the greatest rewards, but I suppose only 42 units don't really yield too much. So, it would actually be a very cool idea if we could take on these young warriors, but unfortunately, as you can see, they do have a large amount of prisoners. I know that is probably very fortunate, but we don't actually currently have the space, and I will probably lose them once I go back to place a few of our units in the garrison at Darata. So, now, something to take. We need to target something else. I would really like to head up into the north here, but the problem with that, of course, is the fact that I don't believe we are at war with the Fort Ryu. Let's actually take a look at that really fast. Are we at war with the Fort Ryu? No, we are at peace with them. That is actually very rare indeed for us to be at peace with anyone. As you could see, if you want to go back and pause that particular screen, then you will see that we are actually at war with everyone, except, I believe, 3 factions. One of them being the Fort Ryu, of course. And aha, the Gwynedd. They have actually stretched their reach all the way up here. That is rather presumptuous of them, isn't it? Aha. We may want to actually take that, although the Gadin may actually be a healthier target. For now, at least. Yes, I think that might actually be the best idea. So, we will head over here to this particular castle, and we will see what we can do. Where actually am I? Ah, there I am. Good. Okay, so we are almost there, and we will be able to hopefully take this. Ooh, there is a vassal from the Gadin as well. I'm not entirely sure whether I really want to take him on, because he only has 100. I don't think he will be very useful in the defense of this particular castle, but you never know. Yes, only 111 troops here. We will easily be able to take this without too much trouble, so let us now build the ladders. Unfortunately, we still don't have any engineering skill, so we may need to start speccing into that. Oh no! Dunchuil has been besieged. Where is that? Dunchuil? Wow. Where is that? Is that on Ireland? I hope not. That would be terrible. I don't believe it actually is. I think it's over here somewhere. Isn't it? Huh. Wow. Apparently it's not. Apparently it is on Ireland somewhere. So let's actually take a look at that if we potentially can. Oh my goodness. Okay. Is it here somewhere? Ooh, we are actually gaining 1,200 shillings to the treasury every week now. That is a lot better than we are used to, of course. Dunchuil, can you see it? Aha! There we are. Darata is no more. Thankfully, that happened rather soonish. I like that. Okay, so... oh, this is not good. Okay. Banachia has declared war against Emain Matcha. I am not pleased about this. I am pleased with this, though. Non-aggression treaty. Oh yes, I like that a lot. Okay, so we have lost Dunchuil. Maybe we will be able to see that rather easily now. I think it's here somewhere, isn't it? Ah, there it is. I knew it. Aha. Yes, I didn't lose it at all for a second. Okay. Ooh, your fame and popularity has attracted young noblemen to your cause. Accept them. And it seems we have a lot of Gadin vassals outside of this particular castle. They are jittering about like a jive bug, and hopefully will not be able to interrupt us. They will most likely try to actually attack us once we have gone in and successfully taken it, so that we lose as many units as they potentially want us to lose, of course. So now let us lead our soldiers in an assault, and we will see how well they do. Oh my, okay. So it seems as though our starting position isn't too bad, from what I can tell. Oh, I have sieged this particular layout of settlement before, and I believe it was quite difficult, or actually it was either extremely difficult or it was extremely easy, so I suppose we will see shortly how well we actually do. And it seems as though we are very easily passing by their initial barricades. But I do not believe that is surprising to anyone. As you can probably see, they have a large contingent of javelin throwers on the battlements, and Altan is going to town. Oh my goodness, he is absolutely decimating things with a double kill to his name so far. Hopefully he will not be taken out anytime soon, and we should be able to see his name in the kill box for a rather significant period of time, or at least I hope so. Take him down, and maybe take this fellow down as well. Yeah, the sword is absolutely amazing. I am thoroughly enjoying using it. Of course, I mention that every single episode. Okay, here we go. Let's clear out as much as we can so our units can flood into the keep, and hopefully take out these units that are pouncing me now. Aha, we've got some blood going on there as well. Let's do it, guys. Come on. Yes, yes. Oh, no. I'm receiving a little bit of extra damage from behind right there. That was not very pleasant at all. Now I know how the AI feels when I do that. Okay, there we are. Now let me out of here. I do not want to be in the kill box. For much longer, at least. I want to go outside and take out their archers a little bit. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, that's great. So now let's just take a look around here. Aha. Okay, so not too many down there. We may be able to... Oh my, okay. My units are already in the courtyard of sorts, and oh my goodness, did you see that? That was an incredible headshot by this elite skirmisher right here. If anything, maybe I should put that in slow motion? A slow motion replay, that might be quite cool. Well, we'll see. Maybe I won't, maybe I will. Okay, so 17 kills to our name right there, and we have taken the keep very easily indeed. But thankfully, they actually had a large amount of prisoners for us to rescue. So hopefully that will bide us over when the vassals attack, which is most likely going to happen in just a moment. Okay, so I have taken all of the rescued prisoners and captured all of the enemies that we potentially could. So, there we go. Now we will be able to loot, and unfortunately still, yet again, there aren't too many useful items here. Okay, we want to conquer this, that is for sure. And now maybe we want to give this to Lord Alifre. I believe that was the fellow that I was talking about in the previous episode, perhaps? Aha, Agasicles. He is the one. Okay. Well, he has quite a few already, so I was attempting to create a balance, but it seems as though that may be quite tricky. Ha, okay, so let us now see what these vassals decide to do. If they decide to attack us, then it will be the biggest mistake of their lives. Yes. Or at least we can hope so. Now, we will level up as many units as we potentially can. And I was hoping to actually move on to the Gautodin capital in this particular episode, but if we have to fight these vassals, then we may have to delay that for yet another one. But as you can see, we have a rather large force, 655 units. I do not believe anyone would be able to stand up against that. Maybe, maybe Mias vassals? Because, oh, actually the Mias aren't actually that large anymore. And it is the Guisse. Ah, the Guisse are attempting to spread their influence now. Okay, the Defed are also attempting to take a lot of our territory. Okay, well, let's head up here once again, and I think it will take us some time to actually make the ladders, and by the time we do, this particular castle would most likely be retaken by these devious vassals. So maybe we will be pursuing them. Shall we try? Try to pursue them? I would actually like to fight the 250 vassal if possible. This guy is now running from us, traveling. He's now running from us. Okay. Fortriu, very small vassal right there. Only 22 units to his name. Rather surprising. Oh, okay, so he's actually traveling over here, so maybe they want to mount a defense at Din Aiden. Let's see if we are actually able to take this without us being interrupted. It might actually be an idea to wait for any potential vassals that may turn up, and then intercept them, as you can see here. Yes, let's do it. Maybe we can do it? Yes, there we go. Very nice indeed. Okay. So, I hear that you have broken into my home at Eodu. I hope the dungeon is to your liking, as you will be spending much time there in the years to come. Well, I do not plan on that, but we will soon see. Aha, okay, well, there we are. He is not going to leave his liege. How unfortunate. Okay, well, yes, this is a rather imbalanced battle. 109 units of theirs against 655 of ours. I was hoping that the 250 strong vassal would actually be close enough to participate in this particular series of skirmishes, but unfortunately he was running to Diniden, which we will soon see him at, no doubt. So, once again, I believe the units, or should I say the enemy units, are not moving. So I will cut away, and I will see you soon. Okay, so we are now preparing an assault against the enemies above this particular ridge right here. As you can see, we have a large contingent of forces, and we will now be charging in, hopefully destroying and vanquishing this particular vassal for quite some time to come. As you can see, they were waiting here in this rather minor valley, and we will be taking the fight to them. They did not move 1 inch, by the way, so we did actually have to walk for around 4 or 5 minutes to get over here. That was rather irritating, to say the least, but I suppose they would not be able to get their men to walk into battle versus such a superior force. If I can actually call my force that. Of course, we are superior in numbers, and potentially skill as well, but I wouldn't like to brag too much. Oh, I have already failed, haven't I? Yes. Already failed not bragging. Good stuff right there. Okay, well, we will now attempt to chase down the routing enemies, as I believe they are most likely going to continue running in the opposite direction. And even more enemies are spawning in, but I don't believe they will fight us. They will most likely attempt to extricate themselves from this particular situation, because it is not a good situation to be in. I know my particular reaction to something like this. For instance, if I were to join a vassal's army in the freelancer mod, then I would definitely not appreciate the fact that he went in versus a superior enemy. And I know it has happened before in one of my other series. So yes, that was rather irritating to say the least, considering I got taken prisoner and he managed to escape. So yes, that is never a good sign when your lord does something that bad to you. Of course, I do all of that by mistake. Of course I do. No. I'm digging myself a hole here. I hope that the battle ends soon so that I can potentially escape from this hole that I have dug. And there we are, we have gained victory. Very nice indeed. I wasn't mentioning anything about my ineptitude or anything, so there we are. 5 kills to our name. Altan actually equalized that particular value. That is very nice for him. Okay, we will let him go, and we will gain even more units. Oh my. Wow, I'm actually wondering whether I'm even able to gain any more renown with this huge an army. I think we'd probably have to fight against an army of thousands to be able to get renown sufficient enough, and I've actually just realized I don't have enough cash. That is rather interesting, and yes, not exactly the greatest outcome I could have hoped for. But we are near done at, so I suppose I could head back there and hope for a ransom broker, but I think for now what I will do is end this episode off here. So next time on Brytenwalda, I will hopefully be able to take on Diniden, who is currently fielding a rather significant force of units, although they are outnumbered by us, I believe, so we should be able to do that without too much trouble. Also, I was hoping to sell a few of my prisoners to a ransom broker somewhere. Maybe I'll have to head back to Alich and take a few prisoners out of the garrison there, because I believe we have around 300 or maybe even 400 prisoners stationed there as a little nest egg to potentially give us a burst of emergency funds in this particular situation, which we are currently having problems with. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.